But before we get to that point, you know what's gonna happen then? Before that, Jace?
What's that? What? Tell me. Tell me.
Oh,
I have no idea. If there was only something on screen that could show me
dude,
what we might be doing next.
Dude, I'm gonna press this button right here. Difficulties.
Oh no.
Okay, we're back. Okay. Shit.
Oh,
wrong button.
okay. Oh boy.
We almost messed up. Bing! There we go. We got some community highlights for y'all. Another classic. Yes. So let's check out some stuff that's been going on in the community. If I can find the scene. Wait.
I'd love to, Snutt. Let's do that.
All right. It's not like you have an option. And I love that I always don't check this before. Oh, whatever. I'm gonna do it live. Whatever. I don't care.
Wow. Ooh, doing it live. Yowzers. Hello.
Actually, I changed my mind. that menu is scary when you open it. Actually, there's so many things that go wrong.
This week, where would Jace want to live? Absolutely. I'm still looking for a place to live. That's what these community highlights are for.
I'm glad I didn't do that live because I did, in fact, click the wrong thing. All right, here we go. Community highlights. Bam, y'all. We always do a little bit of community highlights because y'all are so creative. Honestly, I'm getting stressed out about the community highlights a bit because I've started thinking about like trailer stuff and you know the work that goes into building for our trailers. It's immense, and we always like look at what the community are making and like the time that the community put into making certain things. Like sometimes people have made like an 800 hour base and it looks amazing. And we're just thinking like, oh, I would love to do something like this in one of our trailers. So, and then we go, all right, but if we want to have something like that in our trailers, we have to build it. And then like, yeah, but
and that takes 800 hours.
Yeah, we can't spend 800 hours building that.
Yeah. Of course, we can use cheats to speed some things up, but it only goes so far.
Yeah.
I mean, the plus side is also like we can cut things down a little bit by, you know, accepting that, you know, we'll only film from a specific angle or whatever, but still, like, it still takes so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also annoying because we have in the past also like incorporated community builds too, but it's also a lot of work, kind of like attributing that as well, because I don't feel good about just nabbing save files and just like I'm going to use it for the trailers without like actually checking in and stuff like that.
The other thing is it doesn't make complete sense either because community are playing on versions of the game that are out now, and what we want to do is sell a version of the game that isn't out yet.
Yeah.
So like we can't really use community saves.
Yeah. It's been in the cases where we've had the game out and we make like a trailer after the fact, but those are rare to come by, unfortunately. Anyways, let's dive straight into. I love this first one.
All right. Oh god, I saw this on Twitter.
Oh, I love this so much. The bubblegum factory.
Shit.
Yeah, it produces 1,500 bubblegums per minute.
That's a lot of gum.
Yeah. Who's gonna chew all that gum? Not me.
I've got my jaws are ready.
My jaws are ready.
No.
Holy shit. Yeah, I love this so much. It's I don't know, they didn't specify what they were producing here specifically. You can see some miners in the background making some steel ingots, but yeah, then you got the manufacturer and
I mean, they're making bubblegums.
I mean, sure, yeah, they're making bubblegums.
Bubblegums confirmed.
Yeah, so very nice. I'm digging
looking good.
Next up is from Marta Bot, which I assume is a human, but you never know. So this is a a train elevator, or a train.
Damn, this looks good.
Spiral setup. Reminds me of the conveyor belt spirals that people would make before we had lifts. And people are like commenting here, like, "Oh, when are elevator lifts coming?" Oh,
never.
Boy.
That's when.
Never. That's yes. It should have been in the video we put out last week, but we just didn't include it for some reason. You know,
but there's already the like that idea that people have used where you have a train station above another train station and you connect them with conveyor lifts.
Yeah, I think that's the best. There might be some speed thing maybe with like how materials are or parts are transported, like that's transport time or whatever. But potentially, like if it's faster to actually have the train go up and then, you know, keep going versus having lifts do all the work.
Someone's gonna have to crunch the numbers and find out.
Yeah. Because I know there are already like a little bit of an issue with like the if you have full speed belts going into train stations, then sometimes trains aren't fully worth it because of the lifting and unlifting of resources stuff. But I still think it's the most pleasing solution, if anything.
Yeah,
like
it definitely
having
looks
like
good.
that. Yeah. It makes it a lot easier to build too.
Is that the Midgar Tower under Sector 7? You bet.
This is after Sector 7 fell.
Kaboom! Yeah.
I should put in like Barrett in the corner and be like, "Oh, damn pizza in the sky."
Yeah. No one has made Midgar from Final Fantasy 7 yet, and I am dying to see it.
Yeah. For those,
I feel like DrawingXaos would be the one to do it.
Yeah.
I get that feeling. No pressure, my dude. I'm just saying, like, that fits in my mind. If you were to one day show up with a Midgar, I'd be like, yep, that makes sense. I would have had the time. Cool.
With the working train line too. It has to be 1-to-1.
Yeah.
With the scanner system as well.
Yeah, please incorporate
a lot
the
of
scanner
work.
system.
Yeah. By the way, for those of you who maybe don't know what we were talking about before when we talked about train elevators, there are actually train elevators in the game. There was a build where somebody had placed a train platform at the bottom, and then they placed another train form at the top, and then they would put belts in between the two platforms.
Or lifts, yeah.
Or lifts, and like as soon as the train docked, it would just move up the resources to the train station up, and then it would keep going from there.
A different train would take it on the top track.
Yeah, so that was a creative solution to that problem. But if you do want train elevators or whatever, make sure to head over to the QA site and hit that upvote button, because I'm like 99% sure that there's already someone who's added a post. All right, next up is from Kunjan.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thanks. This is an actual photo in the game. Don't question about it. So I think it was 2 weeks ago, or 1 week. When did we start streaming? 2 weeks ago, where we showed off a like big signboard with like it was like had a legend and it showed like how trucks would move throughout like a city. If you remember that, Jace, I wish I had that image here actually.
Yeah,
I
remember.
So this is that city sort of.
Oh, right.
This is like a little bit of a follow-up. There's gonna be a few more of that actually in slides. So if you were here on previous streams, you'll get the references. But this is what the city looks like. Very clean. I like this.
I mean, I can't help but look at the Beatles, but I mean, if you look past them for a second, it's a really nice build.
Yeah, for sure.
It's super clean.
Yeah. Beatles confirmed in the game, by the way. We had to work out that deal with Paul McCartney. Next up is from Vallinx, who's built this amazing little house. They didn't specify what was happening in here, if it was just a house or if there's anything going on in here.
I mean, I'd live there.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw that.
Yeah,
picture. Like,
I mean, I would live there. That's cool.
But it's a very nice design and like very cool with the corner ramps they're using up at the top. Very clever.
Yep. The triangle thing.
Yeah.
I actually like the placement of this tree in this picture as well. Just something about it, nice placement. Good.
Very cool. You can see a miner in the background though, so something is clearly going on.
Oh, is there some work going on?
Not in the background, at the shadow of the miner in the image.
Oh.
Yeah. So
just one new house. I dig it.
Yeah.
Nice school? Sure, yeah, it could be a school. Actually, it does look like a school, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, kinda actually.
Yeah,
it does.
It's like community college. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. This is the where you learn all about efficiency. Next up is also a big house from Dannycanero. Dannycanero. Danny. And this is the 1% because it's have you ever seen those houses?
I would live here.
You ever seen those houses where like they have a car in their living room and it's like the garage is like part of the house? You ever seen that design?
No.
It truly is like the 1% kind of house where like they've incorporated so that like you drive into your like living room when you park your car. So
cool.
you
I guess.
Yeah. So like so if you have a fancy car, you can be in your living room like, looking at it, be like, look at my Canero.
Look at my car. Wow.
Yeah. It's so good. But here they're using a train station instead, so it's like their train coming into their house.
Very good.
Yes, very nice. Yeah,
That's a really nice build though.
Snutt clearly hangs out in different circles. And yeah, I don't know if you guys knew, but being a community manager really pays.
Yeah, it really pays well.
Jace,
you should see the number of cars that Snutt has.
Oh yeah, Jace gets as much, but he spends it all on
weeb music.
Yeah,
weeb music. Yeah.
How do you? HelloFresh. Yeah. Jace spends it all on HelloFresh.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. He needs an intervention. But yeah, I'm digging this design a lot. Yes. Moving on from Engineer in the Machine.
This looks fine.
This is. By the way, did you guys know that we updated the vehicle system in the game?
Yeah, it looks like it.
They're better now.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah. I mean, they are. I mean,
the LOD on that truck, by the way, what's going on? Why is the LOD so
yeah,
low?
the wheels.
Yeah.
No, is it the entire thing or just the wheels? So I assume this is like when the truck is coming out of the quote unquote simulated. It's confusing because it's coming out of the simulated part and it's going into the physics driven one.
Uh-huh.
And I guess like something happened in between. Maybe it's like in a weird
something happened in between. Yes.
Yeah.
It's the step 3 before profit. Question marks. Something indeed did happen in between.
It's also possible that this is a not safe for work picture. I just realized. Is this where trucks come from?
Wait, where? I like how this little sugar cube is just watching in awe.
Yeah. The sugar cube.
Kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah, the sugar cube is like, am I interrupting?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no, never mind. Yeah, so very. I'm glad you caught that, Engineer. I'm so glad you submitted. I love this shit like this. I miss seeing.
It was parked there for a while. Wow.
Oh.
Apparently.
Nice. It settled in.
What are you doing, step truck? Step truck, I'm stuck.
The tractor's like, nah, I ain't falling for that shit. I'm out of here.
I remember last time.
Yeah. I ain't falling for that again. All right. Next up is from Houghi. Also, this is another follow-up. Remember the refinery setup a while back? With refineries in the ground and like the walkways in between them? Yep. And remember how we were talking about like in the post they mentioned that they had blenders and like they had other stuff set up, but we didn't see any of that. So this is from another different angle with a little bit more work. Little bit more work cut into it because you can see it kind of like keeps going and going and going.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so a lot of refineries. Sorry, fuel generators. The refineries are over here. So like the I think it was last week. Last week's shot was taken from here, I assume. Right. Taken in here, maybe.
Something that I kind of like about this is like the fact that I feel like it's not using the space completely efficiently, right? Like there's a lot of empty space, and I kind of really still like that. Like I like that it's kind of unnatural and inorganic, or more organic the way things are like spread out. I don't know. Looks really nice. It's a nice look and feel. Yeah. You don't always have to go with like 100% efficient. You know, you can always like do stuff like this and it still looks really good. Yeah. I dig it.
And I think that was the main like thought here too, where they wanted to do something different. Because Houghi's also done like really cool, like big builds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Very creative.
No, it looks really nice.
Next up is from ItsJymmi, also another person who makes big builds.
I saw this. Yeah. Oh damn! I love that train rail. Holy shit!
Yeah.
With the, look on the roof there.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if now that I look at it, I don't think that's the case. But I thought that the roof of the train line was like slanted or something in a weird way. But no,
looks slanted.
Yeah, but it looks cool.
Yeah. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Damn, I dig this.
So many times I've said this many times during the community highlights, but a lot of times there are more pictures than we show here, right? We just pick. I just pick the best of the best, sort of, when we preview this thing.
Cream of the crop.
I just want to like grab enough screenshots to like kind of like give you a picture of like what the what the thing is about, right? So here's an inside shot, but there's a lot more of what's going on. I love the circle, like,
damn,
watchtower
this is
almost.
Truly enormous, by the way.
Yeah.
This thing is massive.
That is a problem in general when it comes to screen grabs and like any like demonstration stuff in our game, because when you're making like trailer stuff and showcases and pictures and stuff, it's really hard to get the scale of things in our game, because you can't like, oftentimes you have to zoom out a lot to like get the whole picture, you know, and then, you know, like if you look at like this is the entrance, and you still need a big entrance for the train station, right? And like look how small that is compared to like the entire thing.
Yeah.
So that is something that I've always struggled with whenever we made trailers and getting shots. It's like it's so hard to get the scales right and actually show off like how impressive some of the builds are. And so it really is like refreshing whenever somebody posts a save file for their showcase, so you can like actually walk around and like really take it in. I think that's really cool.
It's good stuff. Great job, Jimmy.
Very good job, Jimmy, for sure. Next up is from...
Oh, dear God. My eyes.
Mallard Guy 5675322. So I'm kind of throwing them a little bit under the bus here, because this is an actual... This is like a little bit of a before picture that they posted on the Reddit, and they have like they are bettering themselves. So like this is where they came from, but they're moving forward. I obviously didn't include any of the new stuff, right? Because I want to be an asshole. I also missed it, but but they are, just so you guys know, like they are getting better. I just want to post this as like a be aware, like be warned, like this could happen to you, you know?
Yeah. and if it does, you can come back from this.
Yes.
We don't have the proof that Malagai did. Apparently they did, but you can come back from this.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay here if you don't want to.
Yeah. There's some proof out there, but you know, I specifically love this thing.
Yeah, it's just belts just spilling out over.
Yeah.
This is unreal.
Yeah. Look, you guys don't know how much work it is doing this until you actually do something like this as well. Like it actually is nutty.
I think untying all this and making this clean, I would love to see that, because that I think takes more work than setting it up right in the first place, or setting it up like this in the first place. I would love to see that. And yes, this is Billie Eilish green, indeed.
Confirmed. I wonder if, so they posted a bunch of pictures of like how they did show like some proof of like, no, I'm doing better. I'm making it more clean now. But they mostly showed pictures of like from the exterior. They didn't show this like new how they handled this. Maybe they just like put boxes around everything and just like, nah, I'm good.
Just hit it all. Just sweep it under the rug.
I'm totally better, and they're just like doing it in secret now.
Yeah.
Gonna have to get a parole officer out there. Check it out.
Yeah, thanks, Malik. Guy looks hideous. Much
Next is from MatrixMoments. Okay. This one is nutty as hell. Okay, like this is another. I can't show you how cool this is in just like the community highlights. You actually have to check out the Reddit thread. So this is in, I believe, I can't remember if this is the swamp part or if this the other side of the Titan Forest with the red. But this is like one of the best places to build nuclear stuff, because there's a bunch of uranium nodes here, right? And usually what a lot of people do is they bring out the uranium from the caves, because there's a bunch of cave systems here. But what MatrixMoments has done here is that they have incorporated the entire cave section in their entire process. So we're gonna see a couple of pictures here. So first is kind of like,
shit.
Yeah. So first is the nuclear part, which is the clean part, right, of the factory. So that's what you're seeing on the exterior, right? But then as we move in, oops, that's
damn.
No, yeah. So as we move in, you're getting more to the cave part. So
the ground is less glossy.
Yeah, and they're doing the thing where like it's concrete, it's you can see a lot of caves. It's not like, you know, perfectly symmetrized and stuff like that. And then we keep going, where they have the nuclear plutonium production lines and stuff like that, which are going into the caves. Super cool. It really feels like, you know, this is just a facade. Like you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And you know, there is a secret passage over through the waterfall, and they've incorporated that. You can see it a little bit in the corner here. Like you can pass through these pillars and like stand from the inside and look out, and it's,
that's wild. And I mean even like the outside here, the way that they incorporate that at that waterfall is just super nice. Like it looks so clean. It looks like it was almost meant to be there, you know?
Yeah.
Super good.
And super nice too. Like they've done the thing where they're clipping the nuclear reactors into I guess these are roofs maybe, because you can see them stick out here. So like this is like you know the butt of the nuclear reactor. Except that's not true because we all know the butt is up here for the nuclear reactor, but
farts upwards.
Yeah, exactly. And then they got some power storage here as well. So really cool factory. I enjoy. There were a lot of pictures here, and it was also marked as work in progress, which okay. I love when people post that because it feels a little bit like a flex. Like I'm not really done with this.
Yeah, it's still working on it. You know, it's just started out.
Yeah, this is 20 hours. I'm a freshie, but yeah, really cool.
Amazing.
Yeah. So next up is from we talked about DrawingXaos before, and speaking of nuclear power, here we are. Yeah.
Holy cow, that's a lot of. They're all not set up, are they? That's not possible, or this is incredible though. I love this facade. It looks very like impending doom kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know? That's just the look of DrawingXaos' stuff. It looks very intimidating. It feels like the final boss level. Most of his builds look like that. You know, you play Satisfactory for a while, and then you fight the bad guy in something that DrawingXaos has built.
Exactly. And this is, I guess this is also a little bit of a callback because we have seen this like part of the building before. I can't tell if this is like if we've seen it from like this angle looking in, or if we've been like over here.
Maybe. Not sure.
Like what direction the building is in, but yeah, very nice, very cool. I can't wait to see the graph of this. And like
this
how
is
much
half of the nuke plants,
and like how much power he's actually gonna be using at the end of it.
Can these be hooked up though? You can have 252 of them set up and running, so they might. Okay,
interesting.
But yeah, I mean, it was a dumb question. Obviously, the pipes and stuff aren't actually even on here, so they're not set up. But like, yeah, okay.
And again, like, you know, looking at this, you don't get a good scale of the sense of the scale because like here's the door, right?
Right.
Like imagine walking out here. Is the mouse on the stream? I don't think so.
No, it's not. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Well, I've been pointing, so just so you guys know, I gotta get a laser pointer or something. I thought enabled so you can see it.
Point a laser at your screen. That'll help.
Then Jace will be as confused as you guys are because Jace can see the pointer. But
this is true.
Anyways, let's move on to slavaooo.
Another big build.
Slava out of office. We have we have a channel on our like teams where when people post like if they're out of office, and it's called Ooh, and people always joke that it's a ghost channel because it's very funny.
Scary.
So when I saw that, I thought of that. Anyways, really cool, solid like concrete building with fuel generators. There's something with when people reach fuel generators as well. Like there's like two things that I often see on the Reddit is like when people reach coal power, they post like, here, I made it to coal power, I did it. And people are like, yay, good job. And then people come to the fuel generator part of the game and they're like, here it is. And it's like a lot more like creative build type. Not to say that when people post coal generators, they're not creative, but people are like, at this point of the game.
Yeah, that's sort of the progression, right? Like, when they hit that point, their comfort levels with the game have improved, and so a certain style of building ends up coming out. Obviously, it's different if you played before and you replay and do coal. Yeah, but yeah, I see what you mean.
There's like
they're defining moments.
You grasp like sort of how you can more incorporate like the different build pieces and whatnot. You also have unlocked a lot more build pieces. Like you can unlock a lot of stuff when you reach coal, but then you'd need to set up like, so you have your sink do that while you're not on coal, which is like, nobody's gonna do that. You rush cold gems. Exactly. I mean,
Well, yeah, I mean, people who know how to play rush
Yeah,
cold gens, but people who play the first time don't always rush cold gens.
Yeah. And also when you're at the early part of the game, you're just like figuring out and getting things hooked up. Whereas when you're at this point, it's more about like making it fit together, I'd say, than figuring out how to make it work. But really nice. I'm digging this design type where it's like half open, half closed. You can see some of the refineries.
I love the like open windows on the left there.
Yeah.
So like I feel like in the middle you can see the windows, the sloped windows, roofs kind of thing. They're closed, right? But on the left hand side, they're like opened, I guess for like ventilation or something.
Yeah,
I like that.
I think that's really cool. It's a really nice detail. But I just like in general when factory layouts have a little bit more like of an open type where you can see in the moving parts and whatnot.
You can see how the sausage is made.
Yeah, they both serve like different purposes, I guess. Like something with the ruggy, like industrial look that always like gets me. There's a balance in between those two, I think. So let's move on to Unremarkable Name 2.
A lot of huge builds today, by the way.
Yeah.
Like most of them are massive.
Yeah, but this
And
one
this
is
no
actually
different.
a work in progress because you can see that it's a work in progress. There's still
Because of the
work.
cranes.
Yeah.
But I love. I mean, I guess it. Maybe it's done though. You know, because like maybe he wants to finish it. They want to finish it this way. You know, like with the cranes and stuff.
Yep.
That the final product is supposed to look like it's work in progress.
It's
I really
all
dig
a
this.
ruse.
Yeah, I really dig it.
Yeah.
I love the cranes.
They're really cool, and like you can see the big headquarters in the background almost. It looks a little bit like a I don't know what to say, like a stadium type deal that's being built around the space elevator.
Oh yeah.
Ish. But yeah, I
Could be some fancy like offices or something.
Yeah, this
or fancy train station maybe.
This is Apple's new headquarters.
Yeah, could be. But yeah, no, I think this is probably one of the best uses of cranes that I've seen to date, actually, because most of the time we see cranes, they're just kind of like a random crane that's kind of there. Oh, well, that's not completely true. That was the, I think it was Max the Catfish who did I think he had cranes with the ship. You know, the ship that got stuck. So that was pretty good as well. But here it's like, I love that the cranes are like contextually fit with the entire build.
Yeah.
Super nice.
Yeah, it's a bit like a diorama where it's like it tells a little story. So, but it's not really done. True. Yeah. All right. Next up is from haitei.
I don't know either. Yeah.
Similar vibe. Like it's a little bit of a diorama. I love this setup. It's just a small like. You know, the only thing this really is doing is it's mining, I guess, limestone. Can't really see. I think it's limestone.
It's limestone, yeah.
And it's using a truck station to transport it, you know? And they've made this like little depot situation going on.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Like,
they've like remodeled our truck station, basically.
Is it sulfur?
Wait, is that sulfur?
I thought sulfur was more yellowish. Anyway, lime indeed. Okay, it's one of those two maybe. Regardless, it's a really cool like, you know, detail on like a remarkably small part. You know, it's just one node and it gets this much attention.
That is true. Yeah, that's true.
Slimestone, nice.
Limestone, very good.
Yeah. So I'm digging this.
Yeah, that is true. I wonder if all their other nodes get this kind of treatment. That would be nuts if so.
Yeah. I also like that this is a part of the map I don't think a lot of people build in because the colors, I love the color scheme in this area. It's like where the swamp meets the like middle area between the dune desert and the swamp, where it gets this like red tinted color scheme. I dig it. Too hostile? Yeah, it's just a lot of
It is too hostile. That place is fucking scary.
Yeah.
Terrifying. Cats everywhere.
It's like it's a place where we love getting shots of for our trailers, but no one ever builds there.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Yeah. This next one though is nutty as hell. Okay, this next one is from cwigginsNYC, New York City.
Wait, hold up. Does our sun shine like that?
I don't know if They might have done like some color grading.
Yeah.
It is possible.
But this looks amazing.
Yeah, this is nutty. I am not 100% sure if this is all vanilla. It could be.
Is that like that sign thing in the back there? Big, huge vertical sign?
Yeah, it could be.
Could that be done in ours?
It could
be.
Yeah,
maybe it could be.
Save editor kind of deal. Because they can scale up and down.
That could also just be stacked, like,
yeah,
big signs, right?
Yeah.
So, and like the second, third, and fourth one has an icon on it. So it might actually be vanilla.
Yeah. So I wasn't, I'm not 100% sure if this is vanilla or if this is modded, but it looks super cool, so I wanted to include it anyways. I'm digging because they're using signs to have like I think that's a snowball maybe, to have like circular lights, which we don't have in the game. Everything's squared in our game.
True.
So very clever usage there of the signs there for that. Yep, glowing snowball, awesome. Yeah, it's super cool. I dig in that. So yeah, clean.
Is this our game? Is our game this pretty? We have that thought often.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as update 5 sort of dropped, that's when things got kind of bonkers for us. We'd see things that community are making, and we're like, wait, this is our game? We did really? Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of times when I'm scrolling Reddit and I'm not like on the Satisfactory Reddit necessarily. I'm on like the main page or whatever, and I scroll past a picture, and I have to like double back to be like, wait, was that Satisfactory?
Yeah.
Because it sure doesn't look like it sometimes.
Super good.
So yes, very nice. Thank you so much, everyone who submitted on our community highlights, or submitted. I always say submitted as if like people are sending stuff to us, but they don't. What they do is that they use the hashtag Satisfactory screenshots on Twitter, and then we find them there. And then they also use the screenshot flare on Reddit, and then we find them there. We put them here on the slides, and we look at them together. Wait.
Yep. So be sure to use that hashtag, and also use the screenshot flare on Reddit if you want to submit your stuff for consideration on future streams.
And now the mouse works on the presentation for some reason.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's really strange. Yeah. Okay, well, and we also highlight a content creator every week. And this week, we're going to be highlighting Dekoba.
Yay!
So Dekoba has like a lot of like Let's Play kind of stuff, and also tutorials. And so this video here is actually just like a Let's Play / tutorial for setting up aluminium production, which is, something that I needed to see because I'm still procrastinating my aluminium production. This video is pretty detailed. It offers like a lot of things, but there's also a part of it where there's just a time lapse of the build that they're doing, and they give detailed information of the build they're going to do beforehand, and then there's this time lapse that we'll show you guys now, and then they go on to talk a little bit more about it and analyze things like alt recipes and stuff like that. But I thought that you guys might enjoy at least the time lapse. But just know that this video, there's more to it than just the time lapse, and I highly recommend you check out their channel, this video, but also the rest of the channel. So let's play the time lapse.
Very nice indeed. I also love that people point out that like one of the pipes is crooked and then they go back in the time lapse to fix it. Very nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, check out Dekoba.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll use the command again. Do throw them a sub, like the video, all that fun stuff. Yeah, they got some really good content. They do a lot of other different kinds of Satisfactory stuff too. So I think there's something for everything, something for everyone over there.
Yes. I love these like time lapse. I know there was a mod that came out that like really enabled people to do this kind of time lapse stuff. It's super cool. We've always talked about having a time lapse tool internally for our trailers too, but we always said like it's too much work. And now there's a mod for it. I wish we could use that mod for our trailer work, but unfortunately when we update the game, we can never use any mods. It's a bummer. We have to make our own tools and shit. Anyway.
Yeah. True.
Very nice.